Welcome to Drishti Judiciary. This MCQ series for the Supreme Court Clerk exam will sharpen your accuracy, strengthen concepts, and help you master the exam pattern. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. The question was, which of the following is not guaranteed under Article 19? Right to freedom of speech and expression, right to assemble peacefully and with arms, right to form associations or unions or cooperative societies, or right to move freely throughout the territory of India? The correct answer is option B. Article 19 of the Indian Constitution guarantees certain fundamental rights to the citizens of India. The key distinction here is that while Article 19, subarticle 1b, guarantees the right to assemble peacefully, it explicitly does not guarantee the right to assemble with arms. The right to assemble with arms is not guaranteed under Article 19 and can be subject to restrictions under laws related to public order and security. Hence, B is the correct option. Let's begin today's session. The first question is, which of the following statements is correct regarding Article 124A of the Indian Constitution? Article 124A provides for the establishment of the National Judicial Appointments Commission. The National Judicial Appointments Commission was upheld by the Supreme Court in 2015 as constitutional. The NJAC included only members from the judiciary for the appointment of judges. Or Article 124A was inserted by the 42nd Constitution Amendment Act of 1976. The correct answer is option A. Article 124A was introduced by the 99th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2014 to establish the NJAC. The Supreme Court struck down the NJAC in 2015, declaring it unconstitutional as it violated the basic structure of the Constitution. The NJAC was intended to include members from both the judiciary and the executive, not just the judiciary. The 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 did not deal with Article 124A. Rather, it was the 99th Amendment Act of 2014. Hence, A is the correct option. Next, which of the following offences under IPC has been altered in the BNS? Sedition, rape, theft, or murder? The correct answer is option A. Sedition under Section 124A of IPC has been replaced by offences like secession and armed rebellion under Sections 152 and 197 of BNS. Hence, A is the correct option. Next, what is the newly introduced offense under Section 84 of the BNS? Indecent exposure, misuse of electronic communication, enticing the wife of another man for illicit intercourse, or causing hurt to public servants. The correct answer is option C. Section 84 penalizes enticing another's wife for illicit intercourse, replacing adultery under IPC. Hence, C is the correct option. Next, what type of theft does Section 304 of the BNS address? Intellectual property theft, snatching, burglary, or cyber theft? The correct answer is option B. Section 304 BNS defines snatching as the forcible or sudden seizing of property from someone's possession. Hence, B is the correct option. Next, what new penalty has been introduced under Section 4F of the BNS? Capital punishment, fines for minor offences, community service, or imprisonment? The correct answer is option C. The BNS allows community service as a punishment for minor offences like petty theft or public drunkenness. Hence, C is the correct option. Next, A offers to sell his car to B for Rs 50,000. B agrees to buy the car offering at Rs 45,000. What is the proposal of B called? Invitation to offer, counter offer, standing offer, or none of the above? The correct answer is option B. In contract law, when one party makes an offer and the other party responds with a different offer, this response is called a counter offer. In this case, B agrees to buy the car for Rs 45,000 instead of the Rs 50,000 that A originally offered. This response changes the terms of the original offer and thus constitutes a counter offer. Hence, B is the correct option. Next, what does the phrase quid pro quo mean? Something in return, stranger to consideration, something sensible, or something valuable? The correct answer is option A. The phrase quid pro quo is a Latin term that means something in return or something for something. It refers to a mutual exchange where one thing is given in exchange for something else. This concept is commonly used in contract law where a party offers something in return for another party's promise or performance. Hence, A is the correct option. Next, every promise and every set of promises forming the consideration for each other is agreement, contract, reciprocal promises, or acceptance. The correct answer is option C. In contract law, reciprocal promises refer to the promises that form the consideration for each other. In other words, each party in the agreement promises something in return for the other party's promise. These promises are interdependent and make the contract legally binding. Hence, C is the correct option. Next, under BSA, Section 117, the court may presume abetment of suicide by a married woman if she commits suicide within how many years of marriage? 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, or 3 years? The correct answer is option B. Key aspects of Section 117 BSA. Conditions. The woman must have committed suicide within 7 years of her marriage. Precondition. Evidence must exist that the husband or his relatives subjected her to cruelty. Definition of cruelty. Cruelty has the same meaning as defined in Section 86 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. Legal impact. It shifts the burden to the accused to prove they did not abet the suicide, aiming to address dowry-related harassment and domestic violence. Hence, B is the correct option. The last question is, in the case of Haridas Das versus Srimati Usha Rani Banik 2006, what was the main issue that the Supreme Court addressed? Whether the trial court's decree was just and reasonable, whether the High Court erred in reviewing the order in the second appeal, whether the sale deed executed in favor of the respondent was valid, or whether the appellant was entitled to compensation for the loss of property. The correct answer is option B. The primary issue in the Haridas Das versus Srimati Usha Rani Banik case was whether the High Court erred in reviewing the order in the second appeal. The Supreme Court found that the High Court had granted a review petition without sufficient grounds, and it resorted the judgment passed in the second appeal, highlighting the parameters for review under Section 114 and Order 47 of the Code of Civil Procedure. Hence, B is the correct option. Now it's time for the practice question. What does Article 137 of the Indian Constitution deal with? Judicial review of laws by the Supreme Court, power of the Supreme Court to review its own judgments, procedure for the impeachment of the President, or power of Parliament to enact laws on matters in the Union List. Send the answer to this question in the comment section. That's all for today's MCQ session. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti Judiciary YouTube channel. See you in the next session. Keep preparing.